Do you have an awesome business idea to start in 2024, but you just don't know how to get started with your mission, vision, and all the different marketing pieces? Well, I'm going to give you 7 ways that Google Bard can help you get up and running with your great business idea in 2024 right now. Are you ready? Let's go. So, Google Bard is Google's version of ChatGPT. They're similar and they both can have a conversation. So you see there's a prompt I can enter here and it gives you some suggestions. But to engage Bard, you go to bard.google.com and you should be able to access it. You need to be logged into your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, sign up for a Gmail account, log in, and then you can use bard.google.com. If you're working for a company that blocks Google Bard, then you need to have a discussion with them. You may not be able to utilize it. Or if your business has already set up your Gmail account, the administrator can turn on Bard. And if that's you, you can do that under the administrator panel. So that's the first thing you need to do to use Bard. So why would I use Bard over ChatGPT? Well, you can use either one really with the things I'm going to show you today. But ChatGPT, if you use the free version, which is what I use still, it does not go to the recent history. It only goes to, I believe, 2021. So you don't get the latest, greatest when you're working on your project. Google Bard does do that. You can pay for ChatGPT and get better performance and more recent information, but I'm frugal and I choose to use Bard and not pay for the ChatGPT version. Both are really good and you could use these prompts in either one to get where you're going. All right, so here we are with Bard, and if you want to play around with it, pause the video and just try some of their suggested Explorer features and get used to using Bard. But if you're ready to get started with our 7 ways to get your business going in 2024, let's get started now. All right, I'm going to make up a business I'd like to start in 2024 and walk through this with you. So Bard needs a little information to get started. It needs your great idea for the business that you want to start. So let's start with our business idea. I want to start a mobile grooming service in 2024 for busy working families or singles and those that are unable to transport their pet to the groomer. So it's important that we put in good information to get out good information. So I've stated what I want to do. I want a mobile grooming service and for whom. So busy working families or singles or those that are unable to transport their pet to the groomer. So you need to be a little specific here. I want to focus on the Cincinnati, Ohio area. This will be important for some of the other things we're going to do to set up our business. So you want to say for whom, what it is you want to set up with your business, and the area that you want to serve. And if it's national, that's okay, put that in there. But obviously a mobile grooming service right now has to be centered nearby where I live. All right. So that's the information it needs to start our process. So here is the first thing that Bard can help you with while you're setting up your business. We're going to have it assess our local market for this business. All right, so Bard's going to do its thing. And here are the results we get. It has the potential to be a successful venture. especially if we're catering to working families, singles, and those with limited transportation options. And here is an assessment. There's a growing pet ownership, there's busy lifestyles, there's limited transportation. It tells us our target market, who we want to focus on, and gives us some more details about those target markets, that more than we already put in there. It talks about our competition, talks about traditional groomers and how we can differentiate from them. It even offers a pricing strategy. It says to be competitive, we need to attract new customers with our pricing. We need to offer package deals for multiple services, so bath and brush, to increase the value as we enter the market. And we have to really talk about the convenience of mobility and then add a convenience fee for that so that we can pay for the mobility. It gives us some marketing strategy, and these are all high levels. Okay. Now, one of the cool things about Google Bard is you can hit double check the response, and it goes out to Google search and looks at the things that are in these statements, because sometimes AI can give you false statements, especially if they give you data. You have to be careful because that data could be something that the AI made up. There are still problems with AI making things up. So the only thing that is getting flagged here, so if it's green, it found similar information and it tells us where. And if it's red, it says it does not find any relevant content here. So we want to watch that. The other thing I want to point out is it always offers you multiple drafts and you can listen to the response. So if you're low vision or you have trouble reading this information, you can hit the listen button and it will read it to you, which is really accessible and awesome. So this was just draft 1. We can look at draft 2. Draft 2 actually gives us some numbers. There's estimated 322,000 households owning a dog or cat, and it gives us the median income. So this is a little bit different printout, but we can check this one as well. We'll see if that data is actually accurate. All right, so it found different information. So we could replace this information with the information that census.gov has. That's important. It did not find these other things, but obviously if you should offer discounts for new customers and referrals. So that's not really a fact check. But this is a way to fact check. And then we have draft 3, which gives us another market overview with some different numbers, similar structuring. This gives us some considerations about licensing and insurance, vehicle and equipment, groomer skills, and customer service. So that's pretty relevant information. We again can check this for authenticity. And again, these numbers are not necessarily out there. We want to make sure that we verify those numbers, but the population number is correct. So you can combine all 3 of these. You can copy and paste these into a Google Doc and then combine them, because I like this additional considerations that was not in the other drafts. Or you can share directly to email or a Google Doc and get it started with this draft. So that's our number one thing. We have asked it to kind of evaluate the marketplace for our idea, and that's number 1. Let's go on to number 2. All right, the next thing we want to do is build an audience persona. This is number 2 thing you can do with Bard to get your business started right away. So let's build an audience persona. This is the person that you're going to target with all your marketing. This is the words that we're going to use with these individuals so that we're actually speaking to them when we do any kind of content building. So I've already pasted in my prompt, build a persona for this business. The goals of this person are to get a high-end grooming service with the convenience of it coming to them. These individuals either have no transportation or are busy working or caring for family and need the convenience of a service coming to their location. So I've said who it is in general, and I have said what pain points these people have, why they can't get their pet groomed. All right, let's see what we get. So Bard does its thinking. And Bard names our persona, which is always important. And then you can actually go find a picture that you can match with this persona. So meet Jessica, the affluent and busy pet owner. She's a successful professional in her late 30s, living in the vibrant suburbs of Cincinnati, Ohio. She leads a hectic lifestyle, juggling her demanding career with the responsibilities of being a single parent to her beloved golden retriever, Charlie. So we've even named the pet, which is really cool. You could come up with pictures of these two individuals and then use them throughout your marketing. She's passionate about providing Charlie the best possible care, including regular grooming. However, her busy schedule often makes it difficult to find transport. So it goes on and on about Jessica and her ideal grooming solution. Has some words in here we might want to use in our marketing: pampering, furry companion. Here's her demographics: 35 to 45, female, high earning professional, single parent household. Her psychographics: what she values, what her lifestyle is, her interests, and her personality. Now you can come up with these things on your own, but if you're stuck right now trying to come up with a new business, that's okay. You're the expert in pet grooming or whatever it is you're going to set up. You're not a marketer. So Bard can help you become a marketer a little more quickly so that you can get your business launched. It talks about her pain points, and so you have to find solutions to communicate with her about these pain points. Lack of reliable transportation, difficult transporting pet to groomers. Maybe she works from home or she uses the bus or other types of transportation, Uber, to get around. She doesn't want to take her dog in those kind of situations. Her ideal grooming solution. So you want to talk about that in your marketing pieces. And here are the marketing strategies we can do to reach Jessica. So audience persona tells you how you can reach the people that you're trying to develop a customer relationship with. So we can do online advertising, partner with local pet stores and veterinarians, attend pet fairs and community events, utilize social media platforms, and offer introductory discounts and referral bonuses. So now you have a persona that you can copy into your Google Doc that we started with the last prompt, and you now have your audience persona just like that. You can view other drafts. So we have Sarah. So she's a marketing executive in her late 30s, and you can combine these. She also has Charlie, the golden retriever, which is funny. And then we have Sarah, and she's a modern professional. And you can take pieces and parts of all these. You can use all three and find out the commonalities. You can also try to do a personality that is not necessarily a working professional, but is that person that is housebound for whatever reason. They can't afford transportation, or they may be elderly and they can't get out and about a lot, and they need someone to come groom their pet. So I would do both of those personas, and you have your audience personas ready to go. Number 3, writing a mission and vision statement for your business. Now, those are very personal. A mission is what you're going to do every day in your business, and a vision is where you see your business in the next 5 to 10 years, your North Star. But sometimes it's hard to get started writing those. So let's use Bard to get us started. So help me write a mission and vision for this business idea. All right, Bard, let's do it. You'll need to edit these to fit your particular situation, but this is helpful in getting you started. So our mission is to elevate the pet grooming experience by providing exceptional service, unparalleled convenience, and commitment to the well-being of our furry clients. Draft B says to provide exceptional mobile pet grooming services that pamper pets and bring convenience to busy families, singles, and seniors in the Cincinnati area. Both are great drafts. I actually prefer Draft B because it says who it's for, and it says the area that we serve. So that to me is more specific, but you could combine both. Draft A kind of focuses on the pet, which is pretty cool. Draft B focuses on the people who own the pets. All right, let's check out these vision statements. To establish ourselves as the premier mobile pet grooming service in Cincinnati, Ohio, renowned for our dedication to quality, compassion, and customer satisfaction. We envision a future where busy pet owners can effortlessly access the highest standard of grooming, all from the comfort of their own homes. That's really good. It's kind of long, but it's pretty good. The other one is to be the premier mobile pet grooming service in Cincinnati, recognized for our unwavering commitment to quality, convenience, and pet well-being. We strive to transform every grooming experience into a luxurious spa day for pets right at the comfort of their own home. So you can combine these, you can shorten these up, or if that's not your vision, then don't use that, because you need to figure out what you see this business doing in the next 5 to 10 years. But this gives you a way to start. If you've never written a mission and vision, then you can choose one of these. All right. Then it asked me, which do I prefer? I think we're going to continue with B because I like that mission better than that vision. But Bard saves your answer so that you can use it later on. All right. Now we have our mission and vision. And here we have other drafts. So there's other versions of this that you can use. And again, I would copy these into your Google Doc that you've started. And then I would use some editing to really make it specific to what your goals are for this business. All right, let's see what else we can do with Bard to get your business started. All right, here is the next thing we can use Bard for to get our business started. Let's get some website copy. So when you're ready to create your website, you can have a start with some web copy. So I wrote a prompt in here. Please develop some web copy for a high converting website for this new business. Utilize high performing keywords in the copy and maximize SEO. So keywords are the words that people are going to search for to find your business. And search engine optimization is the same thing. We're trying to figure out how to get your business to perform higher as you create your business and people are searching. So let's go. Let's try, see what we come up with. Let's go, Bard. So we've got some headlines. Pamper your pooch with premium mobile grooming in Cincinnati. Mobile grooming in Cincinnati are keywords that people will search for. So that needs to be in a headline. Subheading, experience the ultimate in convenience and luxury with our mobile pet grooming services. Specifically for busy families, singles, and seniors in the Cincinnati area. So that is a subheading, and that is what Google uses to search engine optimize. So you want keywords in those headings and subheadings, and then here's your body copy. Indulge your beloved furry friend in pampering they deserve. Here's why you should choose our mobile pet grooming services. Convenience, expert grooming, luxury spa experience, gentle and stress-free, and tailored services. It shows the keywords that it used to optimize this web copy, and the call to action, which is what you want people to do when they hit your web page, is schedule an appointment today and experience the difference. So you'll have a button where people can schedule and make an appointment to use your mobile grooming service. Now, this isn't a lot of web copy, but that is a start to build a basic website with some pictures of your service, some reviews from people that have used your service, probably a map to show where you're located or the service area you provide. We also have some other drafts. So you can compare the different drafts. This one includes the business name. Here's some SEO optimization. Meta description is something you put in the website in the background. Title tags. So this has a little bit more detail than the other one did. And here we have the body, why you should choose us. Keywords, again, that you should use in your website. I like pieces and parts of all these, so you could copy and paste all of these. Another thing Google Bard will do for you is if you hate all of these, you can regenerate all of these drafts. So you could copy pieces and parts from here into your Google Doc and have it regenerate again and see if you get some additional suggestions. The idea is to kind of weave these together to get the best possible website for your new business. Let's find out what else Bard can do for us. All right, number 5, let's have Bard brainstorm some product packages that we can offer through this new business. You may already know what you want to do, but let's see what Bard has to say about that. This may just get some new ideas for you. All right, package 1, basic bath and brush. It even gave us some pictures. So brushing, nail trimming and filing, ear cleaning, and a spritz of cologne or perfume. Number 2 is the Spa Day Delight. It even includes some interesting products. I'm laughing because this is more detail than I thought we would get. So facial, massage, bandana, ultimate grooming, a de-shedding treatment, haircut and style, and a teeth brushing. And then you can add on services such as flea and tick treatment, prevention, skunk odor removal. That could be a good one. And then here are some pricing for these packages. You'll want to check that out for the market in your area and make sure those are accurate. And then you can offer discounts for multiple pets or seniors. This is a great way to start. So if you're locked up and you just don't know how to package your services, this is a great way to start. There's other drafts here. What else do we have? I love that we have all the pictures. That's awesome. So they're taking these from other services, which is good. Spa day, de-shedding. So it's searching out there to see what other people are offering. Basic grooming package. Full grooming package. Spa grooming. So that'll get you started with the packages. Excellent. All right, let's see what else we can do. All right, let's get a social media schedule together. Once you have your website up, your Google business profile set up, don't forget to do that. And these other things, you'll be ready to go. So I said, please provide a social media posting schedule with ideas for 30 days of posts on Facebook and Instagram. You can choose whatever platform you feel comfortable with. I would also include these in Google Business Profile if you're going to post to these other areas. And I told it to include posts for awareness, to become aware of your business, for consideration. So why would they choose you over another business, and for sales conversions. So let's see what it comes up with. All right, Bard, give us some social media posts. All right, there's our awareness schedule. Introduce your business, share a photo of grooming van, share a video of groomer in action, testimonial from a satisfied customer, and a fun fact about pet grooming. All right, week 2. Before and after photos, benefits of pet grooming. If you're going to do a blog post, you could also ask Bard to do blog posts. That's a bonus thing you can do. Then it shows consideration posts you can do in week 3 and week 4. Benefits of mobile grooming for busy families. Importance of pet well-being. And then for sales, you can offer some posts about discounts, how to book an appointment, again, some testimonials, and then your call to actions. Include a post, book an appointment, or calls for a free quote. It gives some suggestions on what to include in your posts, and then you are ready to go. So if you follow this, you don't have to come up with ideas. It's all ready to go. You can pick a different draft. So here we have day 1, day 2. This has a little more detail and lays it out a little differently. And then here is a little bit different mix of our awareness, consideration, and sales. This is great stuff. You can copy all of this, and you could actually do 3 months of posting using these 3 different drafts. Whichever one makes it easier for you to put together your social media schedule. Give it a try. Finally, you can differentiate your business from others. You want to think of some ways that makes you different from the competition, especially if you're in a highly competitive space. So I'm going to ask Google Bard how I can differentiate my business. Let's go and see what happens. So this offers some ways that we can differentiate. We can specialize in a particular niche, such as de-shedding, flea or tick prevention. We can include unique amenities. Maybe the products we use are different from everyone else. We use organic. Maybe we also include photography or a video of the experience. We can emphasize our experience and qualifications, customer service, strong online presence, competitive pricing, promotions and discounts, how we get involved in the local community and participate in events, customer feedback, and continually improving our services. So these are ways that we can differentiate from the competition. And again, there's 3 different drafts, including this one with pictures. All right, there's 7 ways that Google Bard can help get that great idea for your business launched and ready to go for 2024. Give it a try. You can use ChatGPT if you prefer, but Google Bard does a great job. If you want additional tips and tricks like this to support your small business or side hustle, subscribe. Don't miss a video. Check out another video, and always remember, impact matters. Take care.